Hello, welcome to another Tonalist landscape oil painting demonstration. This is your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy, and the painting I am bringing you today is called Summer Landscape, and it is an 8 by 12 I painted back in like February, and it's based on a scene I came across in my travels a few years back, a very interesting sort of landscape where you had these kind of mounds with these trees growing out of them, and it's very distinctive and to me extremely paintable. I've done quite a few little paintings based on my sojourn over in that area, and this is just another. This one was a little more. I had to do quite a few things to make it work out as a paintable scene, but ultimately it came out really well, and I'm very happy with it, and hopefully you'll enjoy seeing it being painted. By the way, I'm painting on my usual burnt umber background color. The board's been textured to my liking, and I'm doing an underpainting stage with the ivory black, which has been thinned down with a oil medium. It's archival brand odorless lean, which basically acts like a linseed oil, except it's quick drying. So I like to do an underpainting first. I find it helps me get my bearings and stuff, and for the same reason I will do some pre-mixing of colors as well, just to get all my ducks lined up. And I've talked about this before on the channel. I believe in trying to find ways to support yourself as an artist, both with the practices that you employ on a daily basis, and also the mental attitudes that you adopt or allow yourself to adopt that will support your work. Yeah. And maybe we'll talk about that more in a minute. But for now, I would like it very much if you feel like supporting this channel and supporting me and what we're doing here, please smash the like button and also leave me a comment. Comment can be simple, just be like thanks Mike, or it could be an emoji smile face. It doesn't really matter. The reason I ask for these things is because it lets the Grand Lord robot at YouTube know that there's interactivity going on with the video, and so they will put it into the feeds of people that may not be aware of it. And I'm not overly concerned with huge popularity on this channel, but I do want to try and grow the channel organically to the best of my ability, and with your help it has been growing. So thank you for those of you that have liked and commented, and also very, very big thank yous to those of you that have gone to my store and purchased a painting there. This painting will be up in the store, and there'll be a link beneath the video. And I've been pretty consistent in doing that, and the latest bunch of things I put up, and it's not that difficult because I always want to do videos of my recent work. Every now and again I dip into the past and maybe show videos of things that I've done a while back that I never put up on YouTube, or in some cases I might even re-put up a scene that I've painted with the new audio, and there may be some cases where I do that in the future. We'll see, because one of the things that frustrates me when I look at the older content on the channel is a lot of it is at 480 when it was recorded at 1080, so there's an absence of detail that I don't like. And anyway, we've been doing this a while now, so about, I want to say 5 years. It could be 4 years. So, but either way, I intend to keep doing it as long as I'm able to, and with your help and support, we're gonna keep on keeping on, and hopefully you're getting some from it. Anyway, back into the painting. Pardon me. I really like the way the sky turned out here. I kind of had in my mind sort of a pastel type approach, and it's essentially a blue sky, but there's a lot of color in it. So when I want to modulate things in the sky that's essentially blue, I will go to grays, I will go to purples and mauves. Not so much the dirty brown types of mauves, but more the cool gray type of mauve. Mauve being one of those colors that can mean very, very different things to different people. I like to be clear what I mean when I say mauve. Yeah, and you see me do it. Heck, you're seeing me do it now. Start with the sky because, it's behind everything else. It just makes sense. It makes sense, Rodney. Anyway, one of the things I was... actually, I should tell you, this is my second take of this video. I was trying a new program. I currently use Video Pro X by Magix Software, and I actually really like it. My needs are simple, and it's great for my needs, but they have an upgrade policy I find extremely annoying, where they seem to think $150 every year for nothing really changing that I use. I don't know, it annoys me. Anyway, I was trying DaVinci Resolve, which is an impressive program, I'll give it that, but maybe you might want to use it to do a cinematographic type of movie or something, but I found it buggy, unstable, and although packed with features, very difficult just to do simple things like record audio over the top of an existing video. So DaVinci Resolve, if you're listening, man, keep at it. I really appreciate their structure, though. I have to say, if you're looking for a program, you might look in, especially I think if you're on the Mac. I really get the sense that it's been ported to the PC, and that it's not very stable or very good there. A lot of people that are in the video editing world like to use Macs, and I'd be willing to bet you it's quite a bit more stable there. Anyway, that's sort of off the track, but I did want to explain why. Geez, I already did this video once, but I couldn't get it to burn. I got it to burn the initial archive video, but not the one with the audio. So, but on that little recording that I did, I wanted to talk about a phenomenon I've run into a few times recently, and maybe touched on it in the last video, and that is that paintings are coming out too dark. And maybe I did talk about this already. Did I? Just nod if you can hear me. Well, I'll keep it brief in that case, because I think I did. But I was running into it again today. Well, this time it wasn't so much on the master, but painting I've been pecking away at, and I really don't like it when I have to start pecking away at them to get them right. I prefer when everything's right. Like this one we're showing you today. It's 2 passes, it's fresh, it looks good, and that's what I want. I like that fresh quality. Things need to be done right, though, so I would rather have a bit of an overworked quality with things correct and everything addressed than just wrong and bad and fresh, So while I was looking at this thing, and a lot of things I was tweaking at were the well, I had some bushes and trees in the back. I felt that when I'd done a third pass on the painting, I felt I got them all too dark, restating them with black, and I felt I wasn't getting a feeling of distance there. So that was the first mission. But I also was noticing that the overall painting itself had become very dark, and probably from the successive layers of glazes. And glazing, as powerful as it is, you need to be aware that it will darken your work. And it darkens it in a way that it feels darker than if you just painted with dark colors, if that makes sense. There's like this kind of dug in bit of haze, or just the light's got to work harder to get through the painting. And the masters worked with glazes and things, and probably were more adept at it than myself. But I looked at it, I was looking at the sky in this thing, I was thinking, wow, this is dark. I need more pop. I need more. So, and I hesitate because I know that we're going into a 4th pass now on that painting, and I really just wanted to do a bit of scumble in the back, but I thought, nah, I'm going to lighten up the sky, I'm going to lighten up some other things, I'm going to give this thing some pop, because it's just too tobacco stained looking. It's the kind of the phenomenon you can get into. You want to watch out for that. It can be an appealing sort of look, but it's really going to limit the places you can hang your work, I'll tell you that. Real tobacco stained looking stuff is only going to look look really good in a sort of like a home with a lot of antiques and things like that. And so you want to kind of avoid it. You gotta, like, especially with the modern tonalism, a lot of older tonalist works will have that strong tobacco stain quality, and a lot of that quality can come from varnish that is discolored over time. Varnish tends to get more yellow with time, and dirt sticking to it. And speaking of, I don't know if any of you run into this, but this varnish thing, it always seems to stay permanently sticky. How's that a good thing? You know? It seems to me like twice as much dust and garbage is going to stick to it, and I don't like it. I personally will just stick with my liquid for now, and if well, it's not. I don't think it's as great an issue as it was in the past for the reasons. First of all, we have electric lighting now, which doesn't create any indoor pollution, and most people tend not to smoke indoors either. And these are the two greatest causes of the kind of things that get paintings dirty. Yeah. So actually, a little bit about this painting. You can see how the accent is purple. The accent's not just purple in the sky, but I decided to echo that purple in the sky with some purples in the ground, and this is one of the reasons why I feel this is quite a good painting. It's a fairly simple motif, and I kept it simple because it was working. It was working pretty dang well. But you can see how it's always here's a tip for you, it's always good to echo colors in the sky and the ground. So if you have some violets in the sky, find a place that you can work them into the ground. Not necessarily vice versa, especially if your ground and your landscape is green. Green is a color that doesn't work in the sky. The closest you can get is, say, when you start bringing in the yellow ochre and white towards the bottom of the sky where the horizon is. That will tend to have a little bit of a greenish feeling, but you can counteract that with, I tend to counteract that with the permanent orange from Gamblin, which is not a super strong color. It's a very handy color for that kind of job. Also great for putting little highlights and accents in trees. You find if you mix some orange into those greens instead of yellow, you get a nice natural looking green instead of a fake artificial looking green. And I know a lot of artists struggle with that, struggle with getting good greens. And well, here's another tip. I'm full of it today. I'm full of tips, not what you were thinking. My green, you see the color list that goes flashing by at the beginning. You might wonder, what the heck is Mike's green? Well, Mike's green is a color you can't buy. And what it is a mix of Hansa yellow from Gamblin and ivory black. The ivory black doesn't matter who it's from. Ivory black is pretty consistently just ivory black. You could use quick dry ivory black or slow regular dry. In fact, if it's regular ivory black, I guarantee you it's slow drying, but it doesn't actually seem to be that big a deal in the mixture with the Hansa yellow. Now, I used to say you could use Hansa yellow or cadmium yellow until, pardon me, I got a tube of cadmium yellow and realized that that doesn't work at all. You could make it green, but it doesn't have the right feeling. It's too opaque. It's too chalky looking. In a pinch I could use it, and I would, but given that I have the modern Hansa yellow, I use that. And Hansa yellow is a great color because it's totally light fast. In fact, it's basically the color they use, the pigment they use to paint the yellow lines in the street. So you know it's going to last. It's not going to fade. It's a great color, and it gives you a great green that you can use as a foundation for building all your other greens. So that tip is gold to any landscape painter, and I give it to you because I'm into sharing, man. You know, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. I'm open like that, and hopefully you appreciate it, and that's why you're gonna smash the like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know you're out there. It's all good. Anyway, we're getting kind of close to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back real soon with another video. I can't guarantee it's going to be a past master. It should be a past master. I have some done, but they've got to dry. I've got to get liquid on them. I've got to photograph them. I got a lot to do, so I probably just keep rocking with the paintings I've got that I've done processing on the photography and videos and things like that. So until I see you again, which will be, over the weekend, it'll be soon. Do me a favor, take good care of yourself, your family, your friends, even complete strangers if you can find it in your heart, and stay out of trouble.